Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, how did we even figure out what those bright dots are? Were the planets always just known? Or did we slowly piece the puzzle together, one mysterious light at a time? Welcome to Digital Whiz Academy. Today, we're taking you on a journey through time to explore when each planet in our solar system was discovered, starting from the earliest skywatchers to the age of powerful telescopes that changed everything. So, buckle up, because this story begins long before modern science. Thousands of years ago, long before there were cities or smartphones, people were already looking up, and they noticed something strange. Among the stars, 5 bright objects moved. They didn't stay fixed like the others. They wandered. Today, we call them Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These 5 planets were known to ancient civilizations across the world: Babylonians, Greeks, Egyptians, Chinese, Indians, you name it. They didn't call them planets, though, that word came later, but they tracked them, they mapped them, and they worshipped them. Let's meet these ancient wanderers. Mercury, the quicksilver planet, always darting close to the sun. Venus, the brightest object in the sky after the moon, known as the morning or evening star. Mars, red and fierce, often linked with war and blood. Jupiter, the giant, king of the night sky. Saturn, the slowest of them all, moving so gradually across the heavens. The word planet comes from the Greek word planets, which literally means wanderer. The Babylonians were tracking these planets as early as 700 BCE. By around 150 CE, the famous Greek astronomer Ptolemy had mapped out a full solar system, though he believed Earth was at the center. Can't blame him, they didn't have telescopes yet. But all of that was about to change. Fast forward to 1609. A man named Galileo Galilei points a homemade telescope at the night sky. And what he sees rewrites history. He spots moons orbiting Jupiter. He notices Venus has phases, just like our moon. He even sees strange bumps around Saturn. He called them ears because he didn't know he was looking at rings. For the first time in human history, we realize planets aren't just lights, they're real worlds. Just like Earth, this was the spark of a new scientific revolution. Now let's jump ahead to March 13, 1781. British astronomer William Herschel is scanning the stars when something catches his eye, a fuzzy object. It's moving, but it doesn't quite behave like a comet. After months of observation, the truth is clear. He's found a new planet, the first one ever discovered with a telescope. He wanted to name it Georgium Sidus, or George's Star, to honor King George III. So by the end of the 1700s, we officially had 7 known planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus. Not bad for a species that once thought stars were gods. But hold on, we're just getting started. By the late 1700s, we officially knew of 7 planets. But as astronomers tracked Uranus, something wasn't right. It wobbled slightly, like something else was tugging on it. This small mystery led to one of the greatest discoveries in space history. Enter two mathematicians, Urbain Le Verrier in France and John Couch Adams in England. Independently, they used math, not telescopes, to figure out where an unknown planet should be. And on September 23, 1846, German astronomer Johann Galle used Le Verrier's prediction to look at the sky. Boom, there it was. They discovered Neptune, on paper, before it was seen. Let that sink in. They found a planet using math alone. Neptune, the 8th planet, is far too distant to see without a telescope. It's cold, massive, and stormy, with winds faster than any on Earth. By the mid-1800s, the known solar system was growing, and scientists wondered if something else lurked even farther out. Meet Clyde Tombaugh, a 23-year-old farm boy from Kansas who joined Lowell Observatory in Arizona. His job: compare photographs of the night sky, looking for tiny changes. And on February 18, 1930, he found something. A distant, icy object, moving slowly. He had discovered Pluto. The world was thrilled. Pluto became the 9th planet. Textbooks were updated. Kids memorized the new lineup. My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas. Remember that one. But as time passed, Pluto raised more questions than answers. It was tiny, even smaller than our moon, and it wasn't alone. Astronomers began discovering more small icy worlds in a region beyond Neptune, now called the Kuiper Belt. Then came Uranus in 2005, another distant world, possibly larger than Pluto. So the question became, do we keep adding planets, or redefine what a planet is? In 2006, the International Astronomical Union made a controversial decision. They created a new category, dwarf planets. To be a true planet, an object must orbit the Sun, be round from gravity, clear its orbital path. Pluto failed Rule 3. So, Pluto was reclassified from the 9th planet to just another dwarf. Today, Pluto shares its status with other icy worlds like Eris, Makemake, Haumea, and Ceres, the largest object in the asteroid belt. Still, Pluto remains one of the most beloved objects in our solar system. It has a heart-shaped ice patch, mountains made of water ice, and a complex atmosphere. Pluto was named by an 11-year-old girl, Venetia Burney, from England. She suggested the name of the Roman god of the underworld. So, what now? We've gone from 5 ancient planets to discovering Neptune with math, to welcoming Pluto and letting it go. But the mystery isn't over. Some scientists believe something even bigger might still be hiding far beyond Neptune, a true Planet 9. We've gone from 5 ancient planets to 8 officially recognized ones, and Pluto, well, it's a dwarf planet now. But what if there's still one more planet out there? Not just any planet, something huge, undiscovered, and possibly 10 times the size of Earth. Let's talk about the mysterious and controversial Planet 9. In the early 2010s, astronomers noticed something weird. A handful of icy objects in the Kuiper Belt were moving in a strange pattern, as if something massive was tugging on them. Their orbits were stretched, tilted, aligned in ways that didn't make sense. This led scientists Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown to propose a bold theory in 2016. There could be a giant planet, far beyond Neptune, hiding in the shadows. They called it Planet 9. If it exists, it might be 5 to 10 times heavier than Earth, orbit the Sun once every 10,000 to 20,000 years, lie up to 1,000 times farther from the Sun than Earth. That's so far, even our best telescopes struggle to see it. If Planet 9 exists, it's farther away than the Voyager probes, which have been traveling for over 40 years. But here's the twist, we haven't seen it yet. Despite years of scanning the skies, Planet 9 remains invisible. Some astronomers believe it's real. Others think the strange orbits are just coincidences, or caused by many small objects, not one big one. So, is it real? Or are we chasing shadows? The search continues. Giant telescopes like Subaru in Hawaii and future observatories like the Vera Rubin telescope are scanning the sky, pixel by pixel, and who knows, maybe tomorrow, a blurry dot in a deep space image will change everything. Let's take a step back. Here's the timeline of our planetary discoveries. Prehistoric era: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, known for thousands of years, 1781. Uranus discovered by telescope 1846. Neptune predicted by math, then spotted 1930. Pluto added. 2006. Pluto reclassified as a dwarf planet today. Planet 9. Maybe. From ancient skywatchers to modern astrophysicists, this journey shows one thing clearly. The solar system isn't just a list of names. It's a story still unfolding. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're part of an epic adventure across space and time. And we're still discovering what's out there. As we wrap up this cosmic journey, let's explore some final, fascinating facts that bring the story of our solar system to life. Sometimes, it's the small details that make the biggest impact. Mercury, for example, was once thought to be 2 planets, Ancient Greeks called its morning appearance Apollo and the evening one Hermes. Eventually, they realized it was just one fast-moving world near the sun. Venus shines so bright that ancient cultures thought it was two objects to one at sunrise, one at sunset. Galileo's telescope revealed its phases, like the moon, proving that Venus orbited the sun, not the Earth. This was a major turning point in science. In 1610, Galileo also discovered Jupiter's four largest moons. These were the first objects seen orbiting something other than Earth. It shook centuries of belief and gave rise to a heliocentric worldview. And fun fact, one of those moons, Ganymede, is larger than Mercury. Galileo saw ears on Saturn. He didn't know what they were. In 1655, Christian Huygens discovered they were rings, huge, icy rings that remain one of the solar system's most iconic sights. In 1977, NASA launched Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. They gave us our first close-ups of the outer planets and their moons, storms on Jupiter, rings on Uranus, and winds on Neptune. They're still traveling today, beyond the edge of our solar system, each carrying a golden record with music and greetings from Earth, just in case someone's out there. And then there's Pluto, once the ninth planet, now a dwarf planet. Pluto surprised us all in 2015. NASA's New Horizons revealed ice mountains, a heart-shaped plain, and a thin atmosphere. Tiny, but unforgettable, from 5 visible planets, to worlds discovered with telescopes, to icy bodies at the edge of the system, our understanding of the cosmos has exploded. But here's what matters most, we're still discovering. Maybe the next big discovery will come from someone like you. Because space isn't just a mystery to admire, it's a frontier to explore. Thanks for watching this, The Discovery of the Planets. Like, share, and subscribe to Digital Whiz Academy for more cosmic adventures. Until next time, keep looking up, keep asking why, stay curious, stay inspired.